How's it going, everybody? My name is JustJarrod, but you can just call me Jared, and welcome back to another Loot News video. Today we are talking about Rocket League and the recent, very surprising news that came from Psyonix and Epic a few days ago regarding the removal of loot boxes or crates from Rocket League. Let's get into it. Psyonix posted an announcement on August 6th onto their site that read this: "Here at Psyonix and Epic Games as a whole, we are dedicated to creating the best possible experience for our players all over the world. In pursuit of that goal, later this year, we will remove all paid randomized crates from Rocket League, replacing them with a system that shows the exact items you're buying in advance. This is similar to changes implemented earlier this year by the Fortnite Save the World team. Rocket Pass Premium, DLC cars, and esports shop items will continue to be offered for direct purchase alongside our new system. We will share more information, including timelines and rollout specifics, in the coming months." As soon as this was posted and tweeted out, people were pretty upset. All in all, the reaction from the Rocket League community has been mixed. Some people are happy that randomized loot boxes are being removed, now they can't blow their money on what's essentially gambling, and some people are peeved at Psyonix, mostly Epic, that they are removing basically half of the game. It is odd to think about, especially if you don't open crates in Rocket League or don't know anything about them, to say that opening crates and the trade economy in Rocket League is like half of the game to some people, but that's the truth. There's tons of Rocket League trading communities out there, and as a fan of the trading system and the crates themselves, I can definitely see why a lot of people are not happy with this change. Tons of communities have been created for trading item worth, item rarity, and getting that super rare drop to deck out your car with is all in all an exhilarating experience. A lot of players don't want to lose that part of Rocket League. The items in crates are Rocket League's loot. It's also a form of progression. Although not a mainstream form, it still gives you a sense of moving up when you get a really cool new wheel to show off to your buddies. If Rocket League didn't have crates, I probably would have fallen out of the game a long time ago. Not because I love loot boxes, I actually would rather them disappear out of existence versus them being in every frickin' game nowadays, but because crates gave me what loot games give me, that hunt for the next best item, the next epic drop, the endless customizations. And when I say endless, I actually mean it. There's tons of items in Rocket League's crates. We're talking like hundreds and hundreds of items, each in 13 different colors, some special edition, some limited, some certified, and all of them can be equipped on any car, of which there are like 30 or so, which also come in 13 different painted colors. It's overwhelming, but it's fun for a lot of players. I know a few people who barely play the actual game of Rocket League, they just make trade after trade after trade, trying to get the best deals and trying to collect items. All of that is going away, and I mean completely. You want to keep the crates you've saved up and just open them when you want? Nope, can't even do that. The entire system is being removed from Rocket League later this year. This is the first major change to Rocket League since Epic bought Psyonix earlier this year, and I have hope that it will make the game better. I have hope that Rocket League won't lose a bunch of its players. I'll still be playing the game as I play more so now for the actual game and trying to hit champion rank rather than playing for the items like I used to. You'll still be able to get new items in Rocket League, and I'm sure they'll add a ton more over the course of Rocket League's lifespan, but instead of those items being obtained through randomized loot boxes, Rocket League will essentially have a store like Fortnite does. They'll have an assortment of items of all rarities in a store that refreshes every week, where you can directly purchase whatever you want with some new in-game currency. That's at least what I would expect. It is confirmed that any crate you still have will turn into a usable alternative, whatever that means, and any keys you have will probably be changed into a new in-game currency. You won't even be able to keep your crates, they'll just be converted into whatever this usable alternative is. All of this brings up a whole slew of topics and unanswered questions. First of all, there's almost going to be no point in trading anymore, since you'll be able to just buy what you want in the store for a fixed amount. The only way I see trading being something people do is if you're tired of something you bought and someone else wants it, because who knows when it will be available in the store again due to a weekly refresh. That's why I think a limited amount of items will be available at one time, because if everything was available all the time for fixed prices, then trading would become obsolete unless you wanted to trade items obtained in the Rocket Pass. For those of you unaware, the Rocket Pass is essentially the Battle Pass from Fortnite, just in Rocket League, and also with unlimited unlocks. We for sure know that's staying because Epic obviously has no issue with those. There will be no more haggling. If you can buy some exotic wheels for 50, let's call them rocket coins, you can't convince someone to buy them from you for higher or sell them for lower because they could just buy them for said fixed amount from the store instead of buying them from you. Another topic and question: the item rarities in Rocket League from worst to best are common, uncommon, rare, import, exotic, and black market, but each item under each rarity can come what it's called painted, basically a different color than the original version. Sometimes they could drop as special editions as well, which changes how the item looks slightly, like inverting the colors, etc. The problem here is that item worth was dictated and created by the community, not by Psyonix. It's strictly opinion based. Psyonix didn't plan for titanium white painted items to be the hottest items you can get. It just happened to be what most players ended up wanting. It's what became popular and sought after. Sometimes a black market item could be worth less than an import item because people thought a black market was ugly, even though it's way harder to get than an import. Usually people traded high for something they desperately wanted. I am a big fan of purple painted items, not much into the titanium white brand, so when I tried to find someone with a specific purple painted item, I would offer a bit more than it's worth because it's worth more to me. It's my opinion. That's how the trade economy worked. The popular items were worth more, and depending on your wants, what you were willing to trade went up or down. All this being said, how is Psyonix going to price items that are based solely around opinions? If your favorite color is sky blue and mine is orange, you're going to have to pay more to get your item than I'm going to have to pay for mine, based on how the trade economy worked back when crates were in game, because sky blue items tend to sell for more than orange items do. That's dumb, and it will never work. All painted items would have to sell for the same price, or else people will get upset that they have to pay more for an item they want solely because the majority claims the color you want is the best, therefore it costs more. It'd be different if an in-game store system was in place first. Then Psyonix could set prices however they want and we wouldn't think a thing about it. But the Rocket League community has had years with the crate system, years of building an entire trade economy. There's whole websites created just for trading in Rocket League and tracking prices. It's going to be tough on Psyonix to set these prices. They can screw up in a lot of ways. I'm calling it now. If certain colors cost more, people will rage. Prices will need to be dictated only by item type and item rarity. That's it. And maybe special editions and certifications if those items remain to be a thing once this new feature rolls out. Another question: is every single item that has ever been in a crate going to be sold via this new in-game store, or are some items being completely retired right along with the crates, or are in-store items all going to be completely new? If the in-store items are all going to be new, then trading would still live on because items people currently have will be a lot rarer since you can no longer obtain them anywhere else. This would also piss a lot of people off because instantly retiring every item in the game right along with the crates you get them from would not be cool. Unless we are told beforehand that that's actually what's happening. If this happens, Psyonix would need to roll out some super epic items in the store to keep people happy. You have to remember, literally right now, there are tons of trades happening in Rocket League, thousands of items being opened up, tons of customization happening. If they retire all items right along with the crates, bring in this new in-game store, and only have like 5 items that reset weekly, it will not be enough. Mind you, when I say retire items, I mean remove the possibility of obtaining them, not removing them if you already own them. They won't be doing that. You'll be able to keep everything you own except for keys, crates, and probably decryptors. Now, if all items remain in the game and they have a weekly refresh like Fortnite does, it would take ages for items to rotate in. There are thousands upon thousands of items and item variants in Rocket League. Depending on how many items are offered each week, it might take 3 years for the item you want to roll around. The last topic. There is no way that Psyonix is going to make the profit that they make via crates with this new system. Not that they need it since they are owned by Epic, but they'll need to do some work to convince people they should buy customization items directly. There are so many people out there with huge item inventories, limitless options for car customization. Why should they buy more? They spent money to open crates, yes, but that's because of the dopamine rush in the in-game games that were created and based around crate opening. Those will be no more. Psyonix will have to eventually come out of the gate with new customization options, entirely new customizable features on cars. Maybe customizable items themselves. You buy a wheel and you can change the color yourself. Maybe add car underglow or window tints. I don't know, but they'd have to bring something new to the table that players don't already have 50 million options for. Those are just my thoughts. There's a whole humongous discussion to be had here. I'm curious to see what everyone thinks. Do you like this new change, or do you want the crates to stay? How do you think all of this will work, pricing, etc.? Let me know down in the comments. Stay tuned for more Rocket League loot news. Once we hear more about this new system or anything else pertaining to in-game items and customization in Rocket League, I'll be covering it here on the channel. My name has been JustJarrod, your one-stop shop for legendary loot news and info, no grind or limbs required. Like the video for a Rocket Pass car that doesn't absolutely blow, and subscribe for 17 million Rocket coins deposited right into your Rocket bank. Until next time, happy looting.